Hey everyone, welcome to a cold, kind of junky day to be outside working on the K-Truck. I don't even know where to look. Today we're doing some brake repair, so let's jump right into it. I have already, hold on, is there a better way to do this? Nope. I have already removed the caliper. I used the caliper mounting bolts in the back, so the caliper came off altogether. I am removing the boots to these slide pins, and this is what we are going to be servicing today. With the boots removed, you can see the slide pin here. If I squeeze really hard, I can push it through, but I think if we can take away some of this rust and corrosion, we can get this sliding a lot better. Okay, so boom, the pins themselves are out. You might have remembered there were these in there before. And if we observe, yeah, we definitely see some corrosion built up, some gunk. This is not allowing this caliper to slide nice and easy. So I am gonna try to bring some life back into this. I will clean them. I will take a little bit of a pad and knock down any corrosion. And let's see if we can get these back to being mirror smooth again. You can see what I'm doing here. If I were in Japan, I would just get a new slide pin. Probably would cost $5, and we would be done. We're not in Japan, so I am going to attempt to knock off as much of this corrosion as possible until it is smooth to the touch. I'm using this sanding block I have here and a brush, the scoring brush, and I'm just trying to take as much of that corrosion off just to restore this pin if at all possible. Certainly anything is better than leaving it the way it is now. Okay, so doing my best work, I got these slide pins to be as clean as I possibly could. I tried to go non-abrasive and use one of those sponge, what do you call that? A sponge, whatever you call that. You can see one of them's a little better than the other. This is the one that has a good deal of corrosion, but I was able to knock it all off. So the only thing left to do now, here, my boots, my dust shields, you know, decently clean, nothing too abrasive on these. Obviously the rubber is, you know, going to be pretty sensitive. Inside there, clean, and I've actually started putting some grease on. Just something to note, when you put grease on something like this, you must work it into the surface. How many times do you see someone say, all right, and grease your pins, and they do something like that, and then, you know, wipe it twice and go, that's fully greased? No. That's not greased at all. You may not feel it with your finger, but there are nooks and crannies, tiny little nooks and crannies on the surface of this metal. You need to work that grease in as if you're putting lotion on your hands into the surface of this metal. Really work it in. That's the way you're going to properly lube this. It is not about putting a ton of grease. It's about getting a really nice film of grease worked into the surface of the metal. Here, even on camera, you'll start to see the color will change. It's the grease filling in these little nooks and crannies on these pins, and then I'll be ready to put them back in. Okay, now real fast before you can see boom, 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 boom. That dust shield right here, for whatever reason, does not fit back over the lip on the caliper. So I packed it with grease. You'll see it'll attach to the slide pin ring, but then it doesn't actually attach onto the caliper. I packed it with grease so that at very least it can form a grease seal. It is deformed over time or whatever the case may be, and so by packing it in with a little bit of grease, I will get it'll at least prevent these from corroding faster. Again, I'm not going to order these from Japan just yet. Maybe for next service, but that is it. So take a look at the caliper now. Everything is greased. Those pins slide like you wouldn't believe, and it's time to put this caliper back on and do the other side. All right, so just finished putting the caliper back on, the wheel back on. I'll show you the result of what I did. Maybe in the beginning you remember how little stuff there was. Look at this here, one finger. wheel slides really nice and smooth now. So that is a job well done.